we don't know what Leicester's going to turn up against you lot, bro. And you man ain't got no attack at the moment. It's looking crazy. Man went to do a warm weather vacation. Man ended up coming back with more casualties than that. So
BBL transfer went wrong for Kai.
yeah, bro, it's a mad thing, bro. I can't even lie. I don't know what's the deal with the expected return of Saka and that. It's not till what, next month, I swear.
Bro, they're giving us, you know how the PR dons are, man. You know, some people are a lot more.
Yeah, the little pictures and that trying to make you think that it's closer than it is.
Yeah, like I think for me, I'll be surprised if I see Bukayo Saka kick a ball for us at what's left of this season. If anything, sometime in April, probably May, when the season's already done, really. But when it's set in stone that it's done, Martinelli's back in a few weeks, allegedly. Yeah, man, it's peak, man. And you alluded to Kai Havertz. Boy, it is what it is, man. You know, again, you can say Arsenal have been unlucky with injuries. I do believe that on one hand, but in the other hand, when your manager twice last year is saying we've got one of the smallest squads and continued that against City, you've kind of you've played yourselves into this, isn't it? Really and truly. If it was a thing where we grabbed the striker, grabbed the winger, and depth wasn't a thing, and then there's still these injuries, I'd say, you know what, you've done your thing, in it. It is what it is. But we didn't put our best foot forward in the summer. The least said about January, the better, whether it was acting in the loan market for signings abroad, whether it was, you know, free transfers, whether it was overpaying for an Ollie Watkins or whatever. If you really wanted this Sesko guy and you tried to accelerate summer plans, or, you know, you tried to be a bit cute and clever with the loan market in the Premier League, maybe make Neto's deal permanent. We did nothing. And everyone says this stuff, about how you don't want to sign players that you know you're not going to need. It's going to impact the summer plans. I hear all of that. But not doing something is a risk. And as Arsenal fans, bro, we've seen what doing nothing happens. And that, like clockwork, as you saw, Rants, minute the market's closed, Martinelli hamstring, Kai Havertz after he come back from Dubai. We've got 16 games left in all comps, 2 in the Champions League as a minimum, 14 in the Prem. It's not sustainable. And we're assuming no one else is going to get injured. All the hopes are on young Ethan. He's not going to play 16 90-minute games. And the same goes for all of them. And it's a mad thing, man. Like, it's a madness.
Yeah, it's one thing having bad luck, but when you're underprepared, it's a different story, innit?
Yeah.
And that's what it is, because it's like, on paper, you don't have that many injuries. It's just that your squad's so small and there's such a lack of depth that it's more detrimental, bro. Because when you look at Spurs, bro, they pretty much got a whole 11 out injured. Do you know what I'm saying? Arsenal's thing is mainly in the attacking areas, bro.
Attacking areas. And then, boy, since the start of the season, there's been knocks. But my stance on the injury thing, of course, if you find yourself in this kind of climate, I will cut a bit of slack. But at the end of the day, injuries to footballers are like chefs cutting their hands. We've been speaking about depth, been speaking about attackers. The one area you have depth is defensively. And for a large part of this season, we was means tested in that regard. So I only feel sorry for Arsenal fans. I only feel sorry for the players because they're the ones in it. As for Mikel Arteta, anyone that's above him, you're not going to have to hold that, innit, really? Like, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, innit?
No, 100%. And obviously, the cups are off the table now.
Are they?
Oh, would they have to be?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Only the Champions League left, bro.
I didn't even know we're still in it.
Yeah, bro, listen, man's been excommunicated from the other cups, you get me? Like,
what, is it mathematically impossible for certain things this year?
Bro, listen.
If it's not, then there's a chance.
The Premier League is the only trophy, realistically, that man could win, innit? And it's like, with them injuries, that's kind of put you out. The Premier League race.
I don't even know we're in the title race. This is why I like being on live with you, Rants, man. I
don't know. You being in the title race or not being in the title race is subjective. Some people say you are, some people say you aren't. With the injuries, it's safe to say that you man ain't really gonna do nothing. So it's one of them ones. What we did, we're looking ahead to next season again, bro. In February.
You know our thing, Rants. That's where we're at, man. It's a next season thing. It's we're gonna buy the whole world in the summer. Kelly Rowland's gonna go on a date with mine. It's all gonna be mad. We're gonna be winning a couple games next season, riding highs. There'll be a couple bumps and bruises on the road, and then it will collapse again. And then we do next season again. And there we go again, man. Like, 2 things I've come to accept. Whatever I have to say about Mikel Arteta, good or bad, the man signed a new deal. You know, you're getting my man Champions League football, the Cronkies, so you're not going anywhere. The Cronkies basically just took over this club, full ownership in 2018. They're going to keep doing what they're doing. If we're able to fluke 1-2 trophies, or in spite of the macro, in the micro, be able to do something, Bob's your uncle, innit, man. But other than that, same shit, different toilet, bro.
No, I hear you. And has there been movement on potentially what happened with the Ollie Watkins thing, bro? Is there any signs that you're gonna go back in for him, or was that just an opportunity thing?
They need to go back in for him, man. He needs to be on the table because it's all fun and games, yeah. Like if you were to look at Arsenal transfer news and the Ornsteins and the Romanos and anyone that appears on the face of it to have some sort of a, like a link in the club, we hear what that Garcia lad, the Espanyol goalie, Zubamendi, Sesko. I'm missing someone, Nico Williams. Whether we get them or not, that's how when Arsenal's concerned, they say that's the target. You don't want no one else. If that is your guy, make sure you get that over the line because you see, if you don't, I don't want to see and hear what we speak about with Arsenal fans. Oh, there's no players on the market. And as ignorant as this sounds, unless you're trying to sign Lionel Messi and them, man, there's always other players. Real Madrid and Arsenal are in two very different spectrums for other reasons. But I've seen Real Madrid get knockbacks when they tried to sign people, and Mbappe being the latest one. I've seen them, even though they don't need to, spend the bag. So it feels like we have to respect the game. You have to go back in for Watkins, man. Really, he has to be on the list. Even with the Watkins thing, bro, I don't know how I look at it because, again, it just seems like there's a lot of whispers. Some say Aston Villa suggested him to us. Some say we tried to outsmart the thing. He's got to be on the list, man. He has to. Like, all of these guys have to be on the list until man are signed.
I don't see Aston Villa knocking on Arsenal's door and saying, "No, you know what? You interested in Ollie Watkins?" Especially
unless they tried to be smart and say we want to keep Duran, we'll shot the older one, but that didn't bang.
Maybe they did try and do that, and then Duran, an offer came in for Duran. Maybe that's what happened. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know because I think that Unai, because Ollie Watkins has scored goals consistently for Unai Emery, I don't think
he's
Unai
the main
would have
striker,
said,
bro.
Exactly. So I don't think Unai would have said, yeah, let's move Ollie on in the middle of the season. Doesn't make sense.
There you have it. Like, why would you move on? Like you said, Rants, he's a key player. Even where you look at, me, I'm not one for the minutes to goals and all of that. Yeah, but there's logic. There's logic behind Duran's minutes to goals being a lot better. Him obviously being younger and more of a sellable asset for him to stay. But where you look at it, Watkins' form ain't even been that great this season. He's starting all the games. As you said, that's Emre's guy, isn't it? He probably didn't want to let him go. So even when you're getting into the Watkins thing, you have to overpay in it. You have to make them an offer they can't refuse. And if you're not going to do that, like, you're going to find yourself in a situation like we are now if you're not going to find anything else to do. We fumbled the last two windows. Have to hold that.
100%. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Oi, this Merino false 9 stuff's been floating around. That's nasty work. What are you making of that?
Rants, come on, man. Next, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, dead. Like, at this point, we're gonna have to see Merino up there. We might have to throw Calafiori or Gabriel Magalhaes out there. You might have to use some couple random Haaland kids, and you'd imagine, like, at some point, the Sterlings, the Ethans, the Trossards, game to game, one of them's gonna have to take an opportunity to play through the line. But that's one for the hipsters, man. Like, man, I'm saying Fellaini regen. I'm not on it. Like, I'll be the first one here gassing it. Well, come on, man. The man's not a forward. Like, but I don't hear it, but I hear it because obviously I might be being naive, right? Because Gabriel Jesus is like 5'8", 5'9", but you can knock the ball. You can knock the ball long to him. Without Kai Havertz, that long ball to Raya is not on. Maybe with Merino that could happen, but I'm not trying to hear that, man. That's dead. That's so dead. It's like we're trying to do what the tiki-taka Spanish dons were doing, but we ain't got them guys. Like, this is a madness, man. It's like Sam Allardyce when he put Samba up front. This is mad. Yeah, I'm not on it.
It could work though. I'll be real.
Man. Play a kid up there, man. Just play a kid up there. Nah, man. I'm tired. I invest too much emotionally in my team to see that fuckery, man. I lie. You're a nasty guy as well, but it can work. It can't work. He's not for late.
No,
it can't.
He's a midfielder. He's not a centre back. You know that. It could work, bro. Fabregas done it. You know that.
Fabregas a bad boy. He's not. like no, man. And I hear you with that. But them times there, we're playing pretty football. We're doing the Route 1 crossing thing. So I hear it with Moreno, but no, it's going to be ugly, man. No, man. Just play the kids there, man. Just play the kids. That's nasty. Just play the kids.
I hear
they're good enough. They're good enough. If not, shot them, innit?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do tomorrow anyway, bro. Like, the fact that got leaked, I think there has to be something in that, bro. Like, somebody saw something on the training ground or whatnot. And you never know, bro. Listen, he might have stumbled upon something because a lot of the best men, bro. A lot of the best managers in football, stumble upon certain systems or certain players, bro. Sometimes, bro, you know what I mean? When
You're
they're
a
going to get
nasty
tough,
guy, man.
bro.
From the
Bro,
thumbnails to this language, you're a
hey,
nasty
bro,
guy,
you
man.
never know, fam. Do you know what I mean? Who would have thought when you signed Kai Havertz? Do you know what I mean? That you was going to be signing a 15 Premier League goal a season striker,
Yeah,
but you never knew.
at least he scored in the Champions League final. Whenever we see him, I'm not even trying to avoid double M Mikel Merino, but come on, man. You're not even holding down your own position and you want to go do that. Say, miss me with it, man. I'll be the first to gas it if it works, and I'll tell you you're right, but come on, man. That's nasty, man. That's nasty. At least with Fellaini was a bit more rough with it and that. Mikel's too nice, man. I'm not on it.
But he scored a header the other day, blood. So maybe that's the aerial threat that you man are looking for.
Allow me, man. I've seen Alisson score from a corner. He's not going up front for Liverpool. I'm not on it, man. I'm not on it.
I hear it. It'll be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, you're not in a great place in terms of options. So whoever ends up there is going to be doing a job.
And that's it. Like you said, all I can ask is them to do a job, you know, whether it's the Haylenders, whether it's a winger that's going up front. All I can ask you at this point, just try your hardest, innit? Just let me see that you're giving it all you can, in it. Pause. I can't expect you to do nothing, bro. Like you're without, and it's gross negligence from our football club. Like you're actually without your first choice front three, let alone the options. And you've had 2 windows. As can't remember who said it, but someone said January's a pit stop. Didn't do nothing. Like there's no point in me getting vexed, in it. Like it shall be what it shall be, man.
No, I hear it, bro. You just have to play the cards that you're dealt, and obviously hope that you don't lose ground on Liverpool. Really, do you know what I'm saying? I don't even know the numbers, guys. Like in terms of the separation between like all of the top 4 or 5. Do you know what I'm saying? But obviously, Liverpool drew the other day. But you would think that they're going to get back to winning ways, or they
got too much margin for error, anyways.
Yeah, Man City got Newcastle as well on the weekend, so Man City could drop points. No, I mean that looks like it's gonna be a decent game.
See, even that. See,
and look at that. Akanji ruled out now. Another injury for City.
Damn.
There you go. No, I mean,
yeah, he got injured against Madrid, didn't it?
There you go. That's what I'm trying to say. So. Bro, it's one of them ones. Arsenal just need to keep the separation between the rest of the guys chasing them.
It's just an inshallah thing every week. I can't lie to you. It's actually just watching the Sunday League team. If we win, great. If we lose, L's. Checked out, man. I was checked out before the season started. I'm even more checked out. There's too much romantic stuff that would have to happen for us to win anything or to do anything. Like this will probably be the best title winning achievement I've seen as an Arsenal fan if this somehow turns around. But dead, man. Like you need a miracle and then some. It's fucked. It's finished. It's over, man. Just play these 16 games. Play your heart out in these 16 games. Go on holiday. And then, we just make videos around transfer news and girl talk and all those things.
Man. I hear it. Yeah. What are you making of the teams around Arsenal, though? Like, what's... I
don't even know who's around us.
Chelsea. Obviously, Chelsea, at one point, were looking like they were going to be dark horses to mount a challenge. They kind of capitulated.
Their manager's making bare excuses. I'm not gonna lie, man. And obviously, it could be just because you don't like what a manager has said doesn't mean he's wrong. But if I was a Chelsea fan and he's coming out here and saying the target was this and we actually weren't meant to be there, it's a bit of a madness. They obviously missing Jackson. Who else is around us? I mean, naturally, Nottingham Forest, them kind of teams, they're having a great season, innit? Arsenal just have to solidify top 4. There's 14 games left in the Prem. It could go south. These men need to get 3 points. And I think we will against Leicester. Don't get twisted. I'm shook. I just feel we've come back from Dubai. It's kind of written in the stars. We win that. Anything beyond that, I don't know, man. There's some dark games. Even the talk around Sterling. Sterling can't play against Chelsea when we buck them at the Emirates. So that's a non-starter. It maybe Arteta might even have to change formation. I know he's not going to, but maybe even has to change formations, run a little free at the back, and then you get kind of Trossard and whatnot playing inside. Your fullbacks provide the width. I don't know. I'm happy I'm not the gaffer, if I'm honest, man.